Hello and welcome back to Tech Talks. Today I am joined with
Kevin Gomes
and
Nelson Barrios.
and today we are here at the Lintech and hosting the social emotional project. I would just like to ask you guys a few questions. The first question is, how did you guys get involved into Skills USA? Or how did you guys join?
You want to take that question first?
Yeah, so I got involved in Skills because Jason McCush, he kind of dragged me into it. I didn't know what I was signing myself up at the time, but it ended up being a good choice.
Yeah, similar to Nelson, McCush ended up tapping me one day and saying, hey, Kevin, I want you to join Skills. It's a growing program. That was basically it. I didn't really know too much about Skills at that time. It was a very, very new program at our school. We probably had like 6 members that were active.
Oh, yeah?
Now it's like, what, 100 plus? So it was interesting. It was just kind of like I took a shot in the dark. McCush thought it would be a good fit for me, for Nelson, and then we just joined it and then ran with it at that point.
That's really cool. Yes, for me, he kind of just like tapped me in. It was during a shop board meeting. Do you guys have shop boards?
Of course.
It was during a meeting, and he kind of just tapped me and said, "Oh, I don't know, just something about you." Which
he sees the potential in people.
Yeah,
and thinks
He picks up on vibes.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy. What are you guys doing now?
So I got my degree at UMass Lowell, and I'm working as a biomedical engineer.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not similar, but I went to college for 4 years in Ohio, and then I graduated with a political science degree. But I now work in business and tech.
That's crazy. And how's that going for you?
It's good. It's good. It's interesting. I never thought I'd be in the corporate space in high school. Didn't do anything TV media related, actually, besides I do photography on the side now, so I guess that was TV media influence.
That's
but
cool.
It's interesting. I'm learning a lot. I work in Boston. It's like a corporate office, just business.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's kind of different path, but hey.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of just go through things and things just turn out.
Do what you love. Yeah. That's crazy. What's something that Skills USA taught you that you are currently still using in your life? Or like a lesson?
For me, it would definitely be the professionalism, like the interviewing part of it as well. Just communicating, networking with people. It's like I do that on a regular basis at work. Just getting to know. For me, I deal a lot with customers, so it's I have to do that every single time. Anytime I meet a customer, it's always networking, getting like their LinkedIn and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that Skills USA taught me is professionalism. Like, before Skills USA, I don't think I had any other I mean, I guess with football, we'd have like days where we dress up,
yeah.
But Skills was the first time I threw on a blazer. I had to publicly speak in front of a crowd. We had to lead an organization, you know, your project planning for our end of the year project, community service, you're networking with like Lisa Nerick. You know what I mean? There's like a ton of different avenues in which like you have to like, how do you say, like move yourself as like a full-blown on adult when you're like 18 years old, right? And then you're going to these events where you're performing at the best you can against these other schools. So I think the professionalism to this day, like it was the first time I had to actually like be an adult per se, right? Like dress as an adult, have my mannerisms be very like mature, and I think I still take all those skills I learned in Skills, but now I've been sharpening over the years now. So, but it was the first sort of introduction to like what it meant to be a professional. Yeah, and that's definitely what I got from Skills.
As the years goes on, you perfect those skills.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's my first year in Skills USA, but even so, like Jason McCush, he's really cool. He's taught me to like the same thing with like responsibility, professionalism, all that. And even though I'm like 16, I'm still like applying to get a job, running a resume and stuff like that, and those skills have definitely helped me move further. It
doesn't matter what you do, whether you're a trade, you got a career, like anything you do, you're gonna need to like learn how to move as a professional. You know, you're gonna need interview skills. You're gonna need how to like communicate with someone to have a basic conversation, or if you're leading a team, doing a project. I don't know, like learning how to introduce yourself. Hi, I'm such and such. You know, like those skills are forever gonna be useful.
And that's not something you really think about when you're 16. It's like introducing yourself. And like when we were doing Skills, we were going to all these events, and it was like kind of like ingrained to us. It's like, hey, my name is so and so. Nice to meet you. I'm doing this and that. And that's something you take everywhere you go from like that point on to like the rest of your life.
Right.
Just introducing yourself, getting your name out there, and something that he does very well is learning that other person's name too.
Yeah, you get to learn people's names. It's important. You got to know people, right? You always run into people. And like, luckily, Nelson and I had like the privilege to go to nationals. You know, we went to Kentucky, competed there. Yeah. So, you know, we got to see a lot of different. I mean, for me, skills was like eye-opening. I never went to Kentucky or Kansas a day in my life.
Still wouldn't go to Kentucky.
Right, and I would have never been able to do that. I would have been able to do that if it wasn't for skills, right? So, it like from a personal level, aside from like professionalism, it opened my world basically. You know, understanding what life is like.
Perspective.
My perspective, yeah, on the universe and like the country itself, meeting different kids from different schools. Remember we did that that volunteer project and oh no you wasn't there. That was actually in Kansas. So I had this opportunity.
That was the year before.
Yeah, the year before we went to Kansas. So we basically like created a trail in a park. So we were like cutting down trees and bark in this random park in Kansas, which was in Kansas City, Missouri, which was fascinating. But yeah, it just gave me a different perspective on life. And I don't think I would have gotten that. It was like the first taste of like real world and professionalism.
And it's definitely something you need like to like just get it over with, and then like just keep sharpening your skills after that.
Yeah. I have my first state competition this April. I qualified for districts for audio and radio.
Okay.
And that's the next step.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's where it starts. It starts with districts, then states, then nationals, and you might be winning a gold medal this year. You never know. But if I give you any advice, man, just work hard, do your research. You know what I mean? Like, take it serious.
Yeah.
And because that's what we did. We used to like practice after school.
Every day.
Before practice, sometimes for football practice, we get a quick 30-minute session. We just did our practice because we did the community service project. So we had to basically had to like explain to a panel of judges like our entire year-long project, and it was what, like 25 minutes of talking and knowing our points and stuff. So we just did our research.
You memorized it too, right?
Yeah, memorized it. It became a thing where like we was presenting in front of teachers at Tech. We'd like practice a few times. We could almost say it in our sleep by that point.
Oh yeah.
That's how much we like knew it. And we were also leading the projects too. So like not only were we like presenting on it, but like when we were doing remember when we did the commons cleanup, the welding, like we organized it all. We were talking to like the DPW of Lynn, like Lisa Nerick, I name dropped her earlier. She's like we were like communicating with her, setting up meetings with her. This is what we want to do, XYZ. So it was interesting. It was like literally leading like a project, and that all came from skills. So couldn't have. I don't know. I don't think I would have gotten those skills.
I still think like the hardest part was talking to like our own peers, like people our own age group.
Right.
Yeah. At a point, we could just talk to like older people, like just like in our sleep, and then just Makush would be like, "Hey, you have to present to like your peers," and I was like.
Yeah,
a little shocking.
The hardest part was kind of trying to put into words what skills was about, because like I said, like when we were doing skills, it was like now there's videos, like people know skills. You know what I mean? At first we were just those kids in the red blazers and red jackets, but like now this skills is like a legitimate program at Tech. I mean, it always was, but like now it's like a very cool thing to do. It's a thing that students want to do now versus where we were in skills, it was still growing. It was a very young program, so. I think, I don't know, it speaks for itself now. So skills sells for itself now. There's, we got the front lobby, you got all the medals, the plaques, so it's like, you
got a camera, a podcast.
Yeah, it's legit now. Legit to the T. So.
Skillsusa, yeah. Lastly, what's one piece of advice that you would like to give our current or even future chapter members?
Piece of advice, take it serious. Take it serious and like really invest in the program. You know, like we said, you get so much professionalism from here, so don't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like if you're gonna be a part of skills, take it serious. You know what I mean? Take all the learnings that you get from both your peers, from the actual challenges, and just know that like what you learn here is gonna carry with you for the rest of your life, and it might be like the first building blocks of your own professionalism. So that's what I'd say.
I would say get out of your comfort zone. I felt skills was like very big on getting out of your comfort zone, and that's something you just have to crack open right at the beginning. Just get out of your comfort zone, and then you're still gonna have nerves. It's still gonna be like a little scary to go up in public and speak. But as soon as you get out of your comfort zone, that's when you realize how much real potential you have.
Yeah, definitely. For me, that's been a challenge because I have trouble like interacting with people because of my stutter. And it's been skills has definitely helped me interact with people a lot more. So I've been kind of growing out of my shell. But there's still those moments where like you see a whole crowd of people and you get like anxiety.
You're only 16 though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
That's normal.
24. So by the time you just keep doing skills, keep practicing. It's like public speaking, communicating, building relationships is like any other craft, or like if you're playing basketball, like it's practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Truthfully,
Right.
speaking, learning how to speak more clearly, and speaking with people is all practice. So the more you do it, the more comfortable you get it. Like you stay doing skills, stay working on your podcast and communicating with people. By the time you're 20 years old, you wouldn't even believe how much you've grown in communicating with people. So
Right.
just like no, it's just all about practice. Practice really makes perfect.
It does.
Well, thank you guys for coming on. This has
Thanks
been
for your time,
Tech
man.
Talks.